It's the 17th of April right now, and it's been months since I made the last video. Well, the reason for that is rather simple. I had nothing to say. But more than that, I felt like a failure, you know? Up until the end of October, I solidly kept losing weight. Now, I know that a rapid pace isn't really something you can keep up. I mean, at that point, in October itself alone, I lost 5 kilos. And I knew from the beginning I shouldn't expect to keep such a rapid pace. I mean, that's not healthy after all. I always knew I would plateau at some point, but when it did hit, I felt like a failure, you know? And ever since November, I have been feeling like that, like a failure. Because in summer, I lost solid weight. Day after day, it felt good, you know? And then winter came, and I fell back to my old weakness. My sloth, my gluttony. I'm lazy and I'm a sugar addict, and I know it. And I'm aware of it. But it didn't change the fact that I hated it. After all, I lost weight and then I stopped losing weight. At least that's what I thought. I still weigh myself occasionally, and I'm at 140 right now. Lowest I had was 138, but let's say 140 for, well, reason, for averaging it out. Well, in November, I was at 145. Now, I know it's not much. It's about 1 kilo per month. But I thought I stopped making progress entirely. But I did keep making progress. It didn't feel that way, but I continued making progress. And you know, that feels good, like I'm not quite as much of a failure. 1 kilo a month isn't perfect, but considering that I practically reduced the time I went out by half, choked off the pace, going slower, and gave in to the gluttony again and again, sugar, what can I say, and just eating too much in general, it still feels good to know that I, despite all that, made progress. And I can feel that progress, you know. My pants loose. I have to tie them as tight as I can just to keep them from dropping. And even then, they're just still dropping because I can't tie them that tight. My shirts, also nice and looser. This one, I wore that one the last time like 5 years ago, pre-corona. I mean, in 2020. And after that, they got too tight again. Or rather, I got too big to fit into it properly. Which leads me to another thing. I mentioned before, I once had already managed to lose weight. I was at this weight, give or take. But then something changed and I started going up again. One really, really big mistake I made at that time was keeping my clothes. You see, this shirt, this is a 3XL shirt, right? The size is 3XL. And it fits well now. The problem is, when I started gaining weight again back then, I still had my old shirts, the 5XL shirts. When I started gaining weight, those shirts got too small. They were uncomfortable. And I didn't take the hard solution, which would have been losing weight. I took the easy road, the subconscious easy road, and I just wore bigger clothes. And you know, whenever people around me, like my mother, would say, "Oh, you started gaining weight again," I would think, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Look, my clothes fit fine. Of course they did. The clothes were from when I was at my heaviest. She said that a few times, but I never believed it because, yeah, well, my scale, last time I checked, it said something else. I mean, then it broke months ago. I didn't want it to be true, so I never even considered it to be true. Which, well, I feel stupid. Anyway, those shirts, I threw them away. That orange shirt I wore a few times, that was one of the 5XL shirts. I really liked that shirt, threw it away. I'm not making that mistake again. Once these are too big, I'll get smaller ones. And then I'll throw this one away. All of them. I don't want to gain weight like that ever again. Even if it means doing something I hate a lot, which is spending money. Sacrifices must be made, and if it's something like buying new clothes, so be it. Aside from that, I got new shoes, they suck. Had giant blisters on my feet, but I won't show them. Took a month to close, wasn't pleasant. But I still keep going outside. And I had to think of an older time, a few years back, when I was also this low weight. And I remembered I could do like 10 push-ups easy in that time. And it made me think, okay, I lost weight, but did I really lose fat? Or did I just build off muscle? Because I want to do push-ups, I want to do squats, just general light workout stuff. But in the end I never do it. Because I'm lazy and I waste time. And then, when I finally get to the point where I think, it's late, I should do something, I think, I'll just go out, I'll do squats tomorrow. And then I never do. And this just sucks. I know that I waste time. And I tell myself every time, tomorrow you won't do that. And then I just do it again. Every single time. And I know it's a waste. I know there's so much stuff I could do away from the screen if I do not stare at my phone. I'm using my phone to record, so I'm staring at it right now. If only I could bring myself to put it away. Yes, I'm a phone addict. And it's even worse than sugar because it's always there. It's not even just always in my apartment. It's always in my hand pocket, in my hand. It's always there, and I'm just so used to distracting myself with it. But on a better note, something I noticed relatively long time ago already, you can tell this is all flabby, right? Well, it's loose skin. Kinda disgusting, but kinda awesome that it's loose. Can't really demonstrate well just how loose it is. And look at this. Only when I pull it this far am I even feeling a pull. Like this? Nothing. This is a good sign, though I really would like this fat to be gone. Either way, it doesn't feel like it. But I'm keeping progress. And ever since it started getting warmer, I'm feeling more motivated again in all regards. Working, meaning stuff like YouTube, I've got another channel, and a lot of ideas. Going out, losing weight, all this kind of stuff. In winter I'm always, almost preparing to hibernate, but now in summer I'm feeling ready to do stuff again, I'm getting motivated to change, to move. And maybe I'll finally do that.